In Faces magazine in August of 1985, they asked you, what were you going to say or feel was going to be like the highlight? And you said, quote, playing the arenas, headlining the arenas, that's going to be the top of the ladder. That's when I look behind me and say, now what? So I guess the question is, now what?
That's my answer. What do we do now? It's hard to say. Where does the band go from here? All we know is that we take it one day at a time and one show at a time. And now it's, 3 shows in the city, 5 shows in the city. And it keeps going. It ends in the States in August, and it's back to, England for the Donington Festival. From there, Australia, Japan again, Anchorage, Hawaii, and then sleep like a big old bear. I'm going to hibernate, It's hard to say where we're going. We don't know.
Do you feel like you're at the top of the ladder?
No, I think when you get there to the place where you think is the top, you find out that there's another extension on that ladder, So we're not satisfied, and we're not done. We're just hitting stride, I guess,
Last week, metal, quote unquote, records were 5 of the top 6 albums in the country, including yours. And many say that you are the one who opened the floodgates to make this possible. Do you feel you are?
Oh, that's hard to accept or to, really believe in too much. But a lot of people are saying that, and the press has picked that up. And I think basically because of the huge success of Slippery worldwide, as well as the idea that it was out before any of these other albums, Slippery was released in August of '86, so it's almost a year old. And it's been, thank God, in the, top 5 or whatever for so long, and then, so then they give us the credit for it, when in essence it just happened to be a good release, that seemed to click.
Dennis Hunt, I'm sure you know this, called you the Metal Messiah. What do you think of that?
Metal Messiah. I call my manager the Messiah of metal, or the guru to the guys, and we laugh at him because he took 2 bar bands, one from the East and one from the West Coast, and made them 2 of the biggest rock bands, in the world now, and in a matter of 4 or 5 years, So we just all, I think, laugh about it, and I think so does his other band. But, I don't want to be Superman,
The other band being Motley Crue?
The Motley Crue's his other band, I think their album's at number 2 now, and so they're doing well. But I don't personally consider us, or myself, Superman. I don't want to be.
I read also that you said that before Slippery When Wet came out, I think even before you went into the studio, you said, you won't see another album from us until it's our Born to Run or our Pyromania. Did you say that?
Fact.
Now, how you obviously intended it to be.
Yeah, it sold both of them. No idea. I'm very proud that I was able to say something like that and actually back it up. Sounds like something of a Rocky movie. But it was that kind of attitude that we went in with, It was this, it can't come out, because I didn't want to be the great special guest that you can get on a bill, cheap, that kind of thing. I wanted it to be my show, because I was really tired of being hindered as an opening act and being told, you can't do that, you can't do that. I needed my own show where I can tell the opening act, do whatever you want. I don't care, go.
I talked to Cinderella this morning, and they said, obviously, you have a great relationship with them, and you're the one who signed them, but they said that opening for you is fabulous. What do you do for an opening band that you wish could have been done for you?
Tell them to kick my ass. Come and get me. Maybe it makes me work harder. Instead of, I used to have guys standing on the side of the stage, like generals in an army, and saying, and then there would go my monitors. They'd pull them off the stage, where I would get 6 inches less every day until I was, out on a road case in the audience. Because it was, if you were dumb enough to leave a ladder hanging from a light post, I'm climbing the ladder. If you're dumb enough to leave that there, I'm going to hurt you with it. I'm going for it. And that was my attitude. Don't ever let me open for you, because I'm going to hurt you. And people hated us.
And they wouldn't let you open.
No. But that's, Cinderella is great, and we bring them out for the encore. And I tried that again, just from being a fan. I would like to see both bands play together because they're doing great. They're a big band, and there's no egos. And every night they ask us what they can do. We ask them what they can do. What can we do to make it better? How can we make the kids happier? And that's the way it is.
I think it's pretty obvious that you really wanted what you've got. You really wanted to be a star. And
I don't know. I don't know what a star is. I don't live here. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't stay in this kind of a hotel had it not been across the street from where Doc lives. It just happens that my manager, who's like my best friend, lives across the street. Or I would stay up in LA and goof around for the week because like I could go see my friends and have fun. That kind of an attitude. I don't know what a star does,
well, you wanted to reach the kids, and
I wanted to be in a rock and roll band.
And you wanted to be the headlining act. You just said that.
Yeah.
And you're quoted, and now remember, this is the British press, so could very well not be true. But you were quoted in British press as saying you'd sell your mother to make it.
Yeah, I said that.
How much?
$1.50, you can have her. Come and get her. My parents are very, very, very supportive, and they've always been supportive. I think I was just trying to stress a point that if you want anything in this world, be it to be in a rock band or to be a president or whatever, if you want it bad enough, it's so easy to get, but that's the price. If you want it that bad, anything is possible.
What's great about getting it, the best part about getting it?
Playing. If you're healthy, it's the greatest thing in the whole world. If we're when you can hit the high notes, there's not a higher feeling in the world. There's nothing better than that. To be able to enjoy that, is the greatest part of it.
What's the worst part of it?
Probably the hours in between. 22 hours of the day, I'm stuck being run around or being tired or state to state or city to city, or it's written on a piece of tape and you don't know where you are. I've many, many nights had to go look at the tape to see where I was because I don't know, don't have a clue. Those kind of things, or not being able to sing, having to go out there and fake it, that's real, real hard.
How did you feel about when Rolling Stone put you on the cover that the first page of the article is all about your hair?
Well, I was real, real happy with that article. She was a nice girl, maybe just a little bit of a girl, you know what I mean, as opposed to looking at it, completely unbiased. But she could have gone a lot further than that, and I'm glad that she didn't, and she was great about it. And I was happy with the rest of the article.
It was a great article.
Yeah, I was very happy, and Rolling Stone, the last guy they wanted to put on the cover was me,
Well, then why did they?
The kids, again, they polled X amount of cities and asked us because they wouldn't even write an article on us, and they slagged Slippery to death, hated it, and never even made it their #1 album on their charts, and it was #1 for 9 weeks.
I remember.
So they wouldn't even, never gave us the credit for it.
Well, they're very esoteric, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a shame, but that's the way it is,
Do you think hair is still important, though, to rock and roll? That was the sort of lead into that question.
I don't know. I don't think so. Alex's hair's rather short these days. The reason why I really started to grow my hair long was because my father cuts hair for a living. And after he got done smacking you around when you were in trouble, he'd cut your hair. Led to an embarrassing length, and you'd be like, bald. So as soon as we were old enough to rebel, my brothers and myself, you would grow your hair long and say, check this out, Dad, and he just you see his fingers starting to go like this, But he learned to accept it, and now it's fun because it helps his business out now,
Well, you let him do your hair now, don't you?
He's always cut my hair. If your dad was a plumber, you'd let him do the plumbing. If he sold cars, you'd buy a car from him. It just happens that my dad cuts hair for a living, so yeah, he does cut my hair.
But don't you get a little nervous ever? Like, God, Dad, a little,
No. He would never do that.
You trust him now.
Oh yeah.
Your mom was a Playboy bunny?
Yeah.
Did you ever see any pictures from that?
Oh yeah.
What'd she look like?
She's gorgeous.
Is she a gorgeous woman still?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What does she do now?
She raises my youngest brother. Really, she's stopped working on. Pretty much, she's been in and out of businesses for as long as I've known her.
But now she's being
Right now, she's going to just sort of start to kick back and enjoy life because I can afford them that luxury.
That's great. That must feel great.
Yeah, that's fun.